Now 7:00 p.m. Go ahead and start this meeting. The Board of Aldermen of the City of Brookshire will conduct a regular meeting on Thursday, December the 1st, 2022 at 7:00 p.m. in the council chambers of the Brookshire Municipal Building located at 4029 5th Street. Before we get started, I would like to do a prayer. Mr. Hill?
Sure, absolutely. We'll do the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Now we'll do the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Mr. Hill, for the prayer.
You're welcome, Mayor.
Chief Miller, is there a comment page back there?
Going to call roll?
Hmm?
Is he going to call roll yet or no?
You're on there.
Huh?
You're on there.
No, I didn't know if he was going to call roll.
Mm.
Mr. Rodney, can you call the roll, please?
Mayor Branch,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Branch,
Here.
Alderwoman Taylor,
Here.
Alderman Hill,
Present.
Alderwoman Newendorf,
Present.
Alderman Stamp.
Present.
You have a quorum, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. We're moving to agenda item number 3, which is public comment. We have Ms. Newendorf.
Good afternoon. I would like to take an opportunity real quick to read an email. So, City Council, Mayor, City of Brookshire. This is an email that was sent on Monday, November 21st, 2022 at 7:40 p.m. This came from Ms. Tanya Pierre, who is the general manager of the Brookshire Municipal Water District, sent to Mayor Darrell Branch. As the public may not be aware, if you are aware or not aware, we've requested several times for City Council to have a joint meeting with the Brookshire Municipal Water District Board as well. The email reads as follows: BMWD request for joint meeting. Dear Mayor, the district asked me to reach out to you in response to City Council's recent request to Director Harris Green that she get the joint meeting scheduled. As you are aware, the district reached out several times to arrange a joint meeting with the city, most recently back in August. The district, through its general counsel, worked with the city attorney to prepare an agenda for such meeting, and the district posted such agenda. As you know, the city did not post the agenda and canceled the meeting. At the time, the district's general counsel informed the city attorney that we would wait to hear from the city about rescheduling. We still have not heard formally from the city regarding rescheduling. That said, due to the various inaccurate comments of representatives and officials of the city that have been made both in and outside of city council meetings, all of which only serve to paint the district in a false light, the district's board does not feel that a joint meeting with the city council would be a productive meeting, so the board has decided to decline the demand for such meeting. Sincerely, Tanya Pierre.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. We're going to table agenda item number 4 and number 5. And move on to agenda item number 6, discussion and possible action regarding resolution 1418, a resolution adopting the purchasing and financing policies and procedure and a participation plan for federal funds.
Mayor and Council, this is the resolution that adopts 3 documents that were booked by Grant Works with all the certain grant programs.
Well, in light of Ms. Newendorf's public comment, Is any of those water district related grants? Maybe I should ask Ms. Grant Works.
So, no, none of those are anything or specifically to GEO or land office and anything related to the mitigation method of distribution grant. So it is entirely up to the city's purview to work with the water, but it's not specific to any entity other than the city.
Because there is a grant,
There's an existing grant.
an existing grant, and I wanted to make sure that it wasn't one of these.
It's very clear that it's only for GEO's mitigation grant.
Thank you.
And these are just policies and procedures that council's adopting, right, for the city. So it's more just generic thing, not specific to any grant.
Absolutely.
I make a motion that we accept Resolution 1418.
Second.
Mr. Stamps,
For.
Ms. Newendorf,
4.
Ms. Taylor.
4.
Motion carries. I'll move to agenda item number 7, discussion and possible action regarding resolution number 1419, a resolution granting an extension of time to Geo Solutions LLC filed a final plat for Twin Woods Consolidation Preliminary Plat.
So Mayor and Council, this is just, like I said, your code requires, and once you get a preliminary plat approved, you have 6 months to file the final plat unless you grant extension of time. So if you grant this extension, this will extend that period for the preliminary plat that's already been approved until June 17th, 2023.
Yes.
If you if you just don't approve it, then the Geo Solutions will have to come back and just resubmit their preliminary plat.
Any discussion?
Make a motion that we approve resolution number 1419.
Second.
Ms. Newendorf,
4.
Mr. Hill,
4.
and Ms. Taylor.
4.
Motion carries. Okay, agenda item number 8, discussion and possible action regarding resolution number 1420, a resolution approving a preliminary plat submitted by DMZ Properties LLC for reserve at Brookshire subdivision, creating 2 lots of approximately 12.61 acres generally located north side of intersection FM 359 and 12th Street, subject to conditions.
So Mayor and Council, this is just your standard preliminary plat. Your development teams looked at it, and they have, looks like only one condition, and that's just to correct a signature block line. Everything else seems to be legitimate at this point for them, so they recommend approval. And you have, I think, representatives of the developer here, in case you have any questions.
Make a motion, we approve resolution 1420.
Second.
Subject to conditions, Mr. Hill.
Subject to the conditions listed, yes. Thank you, Ms. Branch.
Um, Mr. Stamps,
4.
Thank you.
Ms. Taylor,
4.
and Ms. Branch.
4.
Motion carries. Agenda item number 9, discussion and possible action regarding resolution number 1421, resolution repealing resolution number 1224 related to the municipal court. That's what I said. Okay, 421. Anyway, a resolution repealing resolution 1224 related to the municipal court, department head and municipal court clerk. Mr. Hill.
Mayor and Council, I asked for this to be on the agenda because in some recent changes in the courts department, it was discovered that there was an ordinance that wasn't very clear if it made the courts clerk, courts administrator the department head or not. And in a recent council meeting, we voted to effectively make Judge Krennick I don't know that we teamed him a department head, but he is kind of the, the overall arching. We're in the process, I assume, here pretty soon of looking for a new courts administrator. And I just want to make it enshrined that that is not a department head position, so we don't run into some of the same issues we had last time. So I've asked for us to repeal the existing ordinance so that that removes that as a concern.
Is that your motion, Mr. Hill?
That would be my motion if there's no other
Second.
discussion.
Mr. Stamps,
4.
Ms. Newendorf,
4.
and Ms. Taylor.
4.
Motion carries. We'll move to agenda item excuse me, we're going to table agenda item number 10. And move on down to agenda item number 11, discussion and possible action regarding the sale of the fire truck 96 to Clayton Hartwell. Ms. Branch?
Fellow council members, as directed by council and the mayor, we had somebody to come out and start the appraisal process on the fire trucks and the sale of them. In the process, while we were out there, a gentleman stopped by and offered to purchase and correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Hill, it's the 96,
I believe that's the year.
the older antique,
Could be over than that.
fire truck.
Antique, all right, easy.
Yeah. And
20 years,
He-
that's all it takes.
he offered us $2,000 cash for it, and that's way more than it was appraised for. So I put this on the agenda, and I would like to make a motion that we sell that fire truck for $2,000 to Mr. Clayton Harwell.
Second.
Second.
I would say, I mean, that's fine that you guys would like to sell it, but how about we open it up for auction? Throughout the years, there have been a lot of people who's actually been interested in purchasing the truck, so I honestly believe that you probably could get more than $2,000 for it if you put it out there for auction.
There's a motion and second on the table.
What'd you say?
There's a motion and second on the table.
Okay, Mr. Stamps?
Not,
Hmm?
not for that.
Stamps. Ms. Newendorf?
4.
And Ms. Taylor?
4.
Okay. Motion carries. Agenda item number 12, discussion and possible action regarding the Brookshire Police Department buying the storage building originally intended for the use of a dog pound. Ms. Branch?
We had spoke upon this when we first started the dog pound. Anyway, make a long story short, Chief Miller's very interested in taking, and I don't know how we would, do we sell it to the police department? Do we just change liabilities? How do we go? What is the formal process? Because Chief Miller says that he has, well, since you're here, Chief Miller, you can tell him you have a lot of stuff at Royal Storage and what you're willing to do.
I mean, you can use it for storage. I mean, we have a Royal storage, and we got a lot of stuff in that storage, and it'd be much easier for us to bring it closer to the police department and use that building for storage. I had questions like, is that building, is it already paid through the city, or did we use our Brookshire funds to, for that building? Out of what line item did that building come out of? Do we know?
I believe that's a question that was asked beforehand, and we never were produced a copy of the contract to even find out if the work was completed.
To the best of my knowledge, we had money in, the line item was
Yeah, it was
dog,
especially for that.
yeah, especially for the dog pound, which would have came out of, I believe that might be listed under your, budget.
No, so you wouldn't have to, nobody at the city, no department have to pay for anything if you're just transferring the use of the structure inside the city.
And then Chief Miller also said that he wanted to put a fence around it to keep it secure. And that was, the floor, in the contract, it says after plumbing is to be installed, they would come back and do the flooring. I think it got left out on the back burner due to the fact we were going to sell the building. But I don't think anybody's listed the building. I don't think anybody's made any offers for the building, and the building is sitting there, and we need to make some kind of,
Heads or tails?
yes.
Mr. Pruitt, what do you suggest?
I'm not gonna suggest either. I mean, I think that we're essentially the same spot. I mean, you can relist it, you can, for any kind of purchase, you can,
I guess it's not relisted, it would just be listing it the first time despite us asking months ago.
it was never listed. Well, so the original deal was to list it and then get whatever bids are satisfactory and then to the city. Or, I mean, the option again is to, if it's just transferred within the city for another use, that's not a
This was
problem.
previous.
I think that's what we
This was
Are we-
prior to you taking over as interim administrator, Mr. Barnes, just to dissuade any fears that appeared to come across your face.
Is there any outlet for us to enforce the existing contract to be fulfilled?
And we can go back and look at that and see, and it just, I mean, the problem that we're gonna have is that the language in the contract isn't clear of, and again, I wasn't part of that, of whatever that was, that deal that was made.
Neither was I.
And so the one reading of it is that it includes concrete slab, another reading is it doesn't. And so one way it looks like, the way I think it seems to read is that the city was gonna provide the concrete, and then that's how it was gonna get done, because I think that's how the prices worked out. But I really could be reading it wrong that way, so. But again, I don't know, but yeah, we can certainly follow up and try to get some information about the flooring. But regardless of flooring or not, if you're keeping it inside the city, like moving to, like essentially moving it with, sounds like within the department, that's not a problem at all. Even if it was moving from a department to another department, that's not a problem. So,
Do you have it within your budget to provide a concrete floor? Now, you're gonna have to subdivide in some way, otherwise, unless you're just intending to use it as a wide open storage facility. Do you know if that's,
I mean, always, I think we can, yeah, and also, we have to put some shelves in there. And in case we need a little space from the city hall. Yeah, you gotta do the lighting.
It's going to be very costly.
do you know
But-
what you have in your budget?
If that's underneath the police department's budget, then
Okay.
Mr.
Well, let's just
Mr.
take-
Pruitt, could Chief Miller use restricted funds for some of that? Forfeiture funds or,
maybe I might have to go look at that and see what the restrictions are. I know there's other specialized funds too that might be used, but generally, if you have budgeted or not, right now, I mean, you could make a budget amendment and allot funds that way. Or if, inside his own departmental budget, there can be amendments made. It's more just minor budget amendments to get the funding you need to finish off the building.
I had originally proposed that this building be sold just because it was, I was under the opinion that the building was built for an egregious inflation of cost that continued to sit there and not be used. I think to your point, a building that sits there and continues to not be used. If it would, I'm all for saving money. If it would allow us to bring things here and not have to continue to pay a storage rent fee, I can see where there would be a benefit there. However, it is going to be some cost to have it outfitted to whatever need. I mean, does it have to be climate controlled storage? There is no floor. What are those needs? I would not be in support of continuing to use our city funds in order to finish out a building that I think was done poorly to begin with.
I say that we table this and look into if you don't mind, Chief Miller looking into how much it would cost for the flooring, the lighting, and to put a fence around it.
Yeah, we definitely need a
Versus,
fence.
and also speak, I know that there's a lot of documents that the court department has that maybe y'all could.
Yes, sir?
I'm a nice guy. I've been listening long enough. I think that it would make sense for you guys to set a fire truck for them out there. It's gonna cost you a little bit more.
No, 'cause we don't have a fire department.
Use funds that you already got. No money that somebody else is gonna. No, he's talking about the money you received from the truck to pay for the concrete,
Oh,
that's what he said.
I'm sorry, I
Nah,
misunderstood.
that's what he said.
My motion is to table this to give Chief Miller ample time to see what the cost would be to bring it up to being a storage shed.
And
At the-
evaluate his budget.
At the same time, we could still list it, and if it's sold before, you wouldn't cry over spilled milk, would you, Chief Miller? So I guess direct Mr. Rodney to put it,
Listed for sale.
list it for sale, I guess, in the Houston Chronicle, Katy Times, and Craigslist.
We listed it on Craigslist once, and we haven't got any, response back.
Okay,
That's what we
okay.
We have a motion.
Second, to table it and et cetera.
Mr. Stamps,
4.
Newendorf,
Or
Ms. Taylor.
4.
This item will be tabled until further notice. Okay. Agenda item number 13, discussion and possible action regarding the approval of council meeting minutes from August the 4th, August the 16th, August the 18th, and September 1st of 2022.
I make a motion, we accept the city council meeting as presented for August 4th, August 16th, August 18th, and September 1st, 2022.
Second.
Second.
You can give it to Ms. Taylor.
Okay, Mr. Stamps,
4.
Ms. Newendorf.
4.
Motion carries. Move to agenda item number 14, which is discussion and possible action regarding invoice payments and reports.
The only note I have of significance, and this is really more technical, it doesn't affect approval. On the new permitting software, it's categorized as equipment maintenance. And I think that would be better categorized as technology software, something of that nature, versus penalizing the equipment maintenance budget for permitting software. That's the only comment I have.
The only two notes that I have are that the Walmart credit cards the statements appear to continue to be submitted without copies of receipts. And then the Shell credit card invoice statement, if my memory serves me correctly, I believe this is the first time that we've seen this credit card.
No, we have seen this,
We
but it's
have.
not complete. There's
Okay.
2 pages of like 5. So
Yes, it does say page 1, and then it says page 3, so this is incomplete and missing. So I know that we've requested previously that if credit card statements are going to be submitted, that we need receipts to show exactly what was purchased. So if anyone else is going to make the motion, or I can make the motion to approve invoices with the exception of the Walmart card and the Shell credit card. That's a fantastic question, and my apologies, I don't have that answer, but I have the papers pulled out to the side, if that would be helpful. I'm sorry, I pulled them out, and I probably messed up your order.
the Shell card would be the police department.
I was gonna say, I was guessing it would be police department for a fuel card. This Walmart
has
one, though, I
traditionally
think
been
it's,
Public Works. Walmart's traditionally been Public Works.
has it been?
The police department.
Yeah,
have
don't
one
forget that.
Okay, well,
Mr. Avery used to steal the Walmart. Credit card, Chief Miller.
She said Lieutenant Avery still used the credit card at Walmart.
They have a question. Y'all are not still, he's still not going to Walmart. He goes to Walmart twice a month.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to Walmart, but I'm not sure we can use credit cards.
That's the question that's on the table right now. There's an invoice in here from Walmart's, and we'd like to know, they only gave us they didn't give us the printed out copy of what was purchased, just the amount owed. And we'd
Well,
like to see if that came from your department or from Public Works.
Have Lieutenant Avery to check it. Any more?
No, sir.
Ready for a motion?
I move to approve the invoices and statements with the exception of the Walmart and Shell credit card statements.
Second.
Mr. Hill, your vote.
4.
Ms. Taylor.
4. Ms. French.
And Ms. Branch.
Abstain.
So we still got to be. Motion carries. Let's go to agenda item number 15. Request for future agenda items. We will start with you, Mr. Stamps.
Don't have any at the time, Mr. Mayor.
All righty. Wait a minute, just see. 15. Just Stamps. Ms. Newendorf?
None at this time.
Mr. Hill?
Two, Mayor. First one, discussion and possible action, grant for the benefit of the Water District that was previously approved by City Council.
Grant, what now? Say that again?
For the benefit of the Water District that was previously approved by City Council.
Second.
Ms. Branch, your second. Mr. Stamps?
4.
Ms. Newendorf?
4.
And Ms. Taylor?
4.
What's your second one, Mr. Hill?
Discussion and possible action, starting the demo process of the 4 fire damaged structures. Do you want the addresses, or do you want me to provide those to staff?
Nah, I know which one.
Okay, thank you.
Second.
Mr. Stamps, your vote?
4.
Ms. Newendorf?
4.
And Ms. Taylor?
4.
Mr. Hill, that's it?
That's all.
Did I skip you?
No, sir.
Good. Ms. Taylor, your
None
turn.
at this time, sir.
Okay, then. And Ms. Branch?
None at this time, sir.
Okay. Number 16, council reports and community announcements. We'll start with you, Mr. Stamps.
The school district will be having a toy drive this year, will be on December the 17th, 8 a.m. until run out. 97.9, the box will be there. We also will have barber shops that are gonna be there on site, that's gonna be giving free haircuts. There will be vendors there as well, giving away free food. Also have some special guests that are gonna be coming in, giving families $500 for their Christmas supplies and clothing as well.
That's awesome.
So, you guys come out.
And can you repeat the date and time again?
December the 17th, 8
It's starting at 8 a.m. Okay.
December the 17th.
At, I suppose, at the school?
At the school, at the high school.
Awesome. Okay.
Mr. Stamps, you have any more?
That's it. Oh, I'm sorry, the Royal Tournament, basketball tournament for the boys and girls on next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Should start about 2 p.m.
Off the top of your head, do you know the dates?
Next Thursday and Friday?
8th through the 10th. 8th, 9th, and 10th.
8th, 9th, yes.
Okay. And that's at the high school
It's
as
at the
well?
high, well, it'll be at all the campuses, well, high school, STEM, and junior high. It'll be Boy City boys and girls.
Okay. Okay. And that's it?
That's it.
Ms. Newendorf?
None at this time.
Mr. Hill?
None at this time, but if you'd allow Chief Miller to discuss their event as well.
Sure.
Mr. Hill, you're not going to invite the city?
Oh,
To the,
my mind's in a totally different place, yes.
I was like, is there
Friday and
something
Saturday,
happening
the
tomorrow?
Christmas Festival. Tomorrow night it starts at 6 p.m. The Royal High School Band and Junior High Band will be here to kick us off. We'll have a couple of courses led by a community member. Santa Claus will arrive, we'll light the downtown. There'll be some games and stuff out there for the kids. Saturday, similar setup. We'll kick it off at 10 a.m. with breakfast with Santa. That'll be held in the convention center area. There'll be a vendor market going on from 12 to 6, a barbecue cook-off at the same time, and then the Earl Sanders Junior Band from 6 to 9 p.m.
Hot doggy.
What kind of breakfast y'all gonna have?
Hmm?
I'm messing here, asking them what kind of breakfast they gonna have.
Whatever you're cooking, Miss Taylor. That's what I'm having, whatever you're cooking. Biscuits and gravy preferred, but, you know, I'll take what I can get. I do not. That's, you can have a conversation with our interim city administrator. Thank you.
Yeah, I might keep you under the bus. Keep on looking like-
Hey, look how he looking around like he don't know the.
Mr. Hill, you have anything?
That's
else?
all for me, please.
Ms. Taylor?
Don't
None
forget
at
Chief Miller
this
there.
time, sir.
Oh, I forgot. Chief Miller? Don't you have something to announce? Your toy drive?
So, yes, December 17th, we'll be having a toy drive here in the city of Brookshire. It's gonna start at Brookshire, it's gonna start at the police department, and we have a route that we'll be, doing. And, we can have, of course, I would hope that the fire department shows up. And, we'll have a DJ. We got a lot of toys, we're gonna just keep passing out a lot of toys.
What time y'all starting?
It starts at 9 o'clock. We want
Okay.
to start till 9 o'clock, and hopefully around 12:30 we should be done.
Do you have a route that is planned yet? I know some members of the community have started asking.
There is a route, I do have a route, I didn't bring it with me.
Okay.
But I do have a route, and, it's gonna take us, coming out the back of, the Brookshire Department, down Fifth Street to Lanes, then we're gonna catch,
South?
we're gonna hit Willow Springs, the apartment of Willow Springs.
Mhm.
Fifth Street.
Mhm.
Lanes, we're gonna hang a right, go to the next block, which is,
Sixth.
Sixth Street? Oh, South Street.
we're gonna make a right on South Street and go down like 47. We're gonna hit that block. Then when we get to Cooney, we're gonna go left and go to the other side. That's how we're gonna hit Crystal Lakes, Lakeside, Meadowwood, Cookson-Mobile Home. We're
Okay.
gonna come on back on this end and hit,
Village
Hill's
Way.
neighborhood. Come out of Mr. Hill's neighborhood.
Do I get a toy?
We're gonna hit Ken.
Gotta look
That's
into
how we're
that.
gonna end up on the,
Across the track.
Chief Miller, if you can arrange a 2023 Tesla Model 3, we'll be good to go.
If my lights go out, then I know who to blame.
Huh?
If you,
Sir, we going down the list. Huh? Sir, we gonna follow the agenda. All right, that's the way it's gonna be, okay?
if you have a copy of that route, would you mind sharing it with Mr. Barnes and he can let us know so that we can share it on social media? Is it on the,
No,
put it on the website and that way we can share it on social media?
Maybe Mr. Hill can.
Okay.
Don't trust Mr. Barnes with his login, you know.
Is there any more,
I,
community announcements?
the hangar will be giving away, it'll be on Saturday instead of the Friday, December the 17th at 10 a.m. They're giving away the food pantry boxes, and it also includes hot meals while supplies last. That starts at 10 a.m. at the hangar
And what day is that?
on Saturday, December the 17th, when everybody else is doing it.
Out. Any more? Anybody?
I helped with that event last year and they could use as many volunteers as possible. It was very busy, so.
Put you down for help.
I'll be there.
Any more? Okay, we'll move on to agenda item number 17, which is the executive session. I asked that everybody stepped out besides the people that's involved.
Mayor, yeah, Mayor, first,
Yeah, when it comes your time, we'll have the chance to bring you in and you can do your part in public or in private, but right now they're asking everybody to leave, so we'll call you back in and give you your opportunity. If you want yours done in public, we'll go ahead and do everybody's that don't.
That's fine. Well,
That's,
yeah,
I'd prefer it that way. I hope everybody wants
well,
theirs in
if that's
public.
the case,
so,
then,
well, Mayor, just go ahead and read
Open it.
the numbers before you go into executive session.
Mark the
Okay.
time.
executive session number 17. City council will meet in a closed session pursuant to Title 5, Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code for the purpose of consultation with legal counsel, the deliberations of real property to deliberate the purchase, exchange, lease, value of real property. Deliberation on the personnel, section 55104, regarding appointment and appeal.
He belongs to the police.
Develop. Anyway, so that's 7:42.